The world we live in today is soft. People are here talking about all these distractions, their problems, their struggles, but they don't want to do the work. It's easy to sit back, blame everything around you, point fingers at society, the government, your upbringing, your circumstances, whatever it is. But let me tell you something. There's a way to fix this. You want to build mental toughness? You got to take accountability. Start looking at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the one who holds the keys to your future. You have the ability to overcome every single obstacle that life throws your way, every single one. But you got to earn that right. You got to put in the work no matter how tough it gets. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care how old you are, what your background is, what kind of pain you're dealing with. You can build mental toughness. It's all about taking one step at a time. It's about doing the hard shit when nobody's watching. It's about training your mind to never give in. Every time you quit, every time you make an excuse, you're reinforcing weakness. You're telling your mind that it's okay to quit, and that's dangerous. You build mental toughness by pushing past that voice inside of you that says stop. You can't do it. You prove that voice wrong every single time you keep going, even when your body wants to give up. That's how you become mentally tough. When I was going through hell, I didn't have anyone to lean on. It was just me. No one was coming to save me. No one was going to fix my problems. I had to do it myself. And I'm here to tell you that you can do the same thing. I had to develop a mindset that didn't allow me to quit. No matter how many times I failed, no matter how many times I wanted to give up, I just kept going. That's what it takes to be mentally tough. You can't let the setbacks define you. You can't let the failures break you. Instead, you gotta learn from them, grow from them, and keep moving forward. You will fail, but failure isn't the end. Failure is part of the process. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get stronger. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. But here's the thing. Mental toughness isn't just about pushing through pain. It's about consistency. You can't be tough one day and weak the next. It's about showing up day in and day out, no matter what's going on in your life. That's what makes you mentally tough. It's the discipline to keep going when everything else is telling you to stop. Mental toughness isn't about just showing up when you feel like it. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work even when your body is screaming at you to quit. It's about doing what others won't so you can have what others can't. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but David, I've been through so much. I'm dealing with so much right now. Listen, I get it. I've been there. I've been through hell and I'm still here. The world isn't going to stop for you. The clock doesn't stop ticking. The pain doesn't stop. But here's the thing, you have the power to control how you respond to it. You can either let life break you down or you can rise above it. The choice is yours. And the choice you make is going to determine whether or not you ever develop mental toughness. I spent years training my mind to be stronger than my body. When I was going through the hardest times in my life, I had to force myself to keep going. I didn't have a choice. And that's the mentality I want you to have. I want you to think about your life as a series of obstacles that you have to overcome. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to get stronger, to prove to yourself that you can handle anything. It's not about the obstacles themselves. It's about how you choose to deal with them. And when you start facing your challenges head on with no fear, that's when you start to build real mental toughness. But I want you to understand something. Mental toughness isn't just about handling the big things. It's about handling the small things too. It's about getting up every morning, putting in the work, and staying consistent. It's about doing the little things that add up over time. You can't expect to become mentally tough overnight. It's a process. It's about doing the work when it's hard, when it feels like no one cares, when no one is watching. That's when the real growth happens. It's in those quiet moments, when you're doing the work even when you don't feel like it, that you're building the foundation for mental toughness. Every single day, I make the decision to be tough. I don't wait for the perfect moment. I don't wait for the right conditions. I don't wait for someone else to tell me what to do. I take control of my life, and you need to do the same. The world isn't going to hand you anything. If you want to succeed, if you want to build real mental toughness, you have to take action. You have to do the hard work. You have to put in the reps, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's painful. That's how you get stronger. That's how you build resilience. And that's how you build the mental toughness that will carry you through anything life throws at you. I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm telling you this because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to feel like you can't go on, but I also know that you can push through it. You can do things that you never thought were possible. You can rise above your circumstances, but you have to want it. You have to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be willing to fail. Failure isn't the end. It's just part of the process. You fail, you get up, you try again, and you keep doing that until you get it right. That's how you build mental toughness. I don't care where you start. I don't care what your past looks like. It's not about where you come from. It's about where you're going. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to fight through the pain, you can achieve anything. You can build the life you want, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. You have to earn it. You have to sacrifice. You have to grind. And you have to do it every single day, because that's what it takes to build real mental toughness. So stop making excuses. Stop waiting for things to get easier. The world isn't going to slow down for you. It's up to you to rise to the challenge. And if you want to be mentally tough, if you want to be unbreakable, you have to be willing to put in the work every single day, no matter what. That's how you build the mental toughness that will carry you through life. And that's how you become unstoppable. When I was in the SEALs, one thing became very clear to me. You can't trust your feelings. Your feelings will tell you to stop, to quit, to rest. Your feelings will try to convince you that you're too tired, too sore, too weak to go on. But you know what? Your feelings lie. Your body's always capable of more than you think. Your mind is the one that tells you that you're done. And that's where mental toughness comes in. It's the ability to push through the lie that your mind tells you. It's about telling yourself, I'm not stopping, I'm not backing down. I'm going to keep going until I've reached my limit, and then I'll go beyond it. The truth is, you don't find out how tough you are until you're in a situation that forces you to go beyond your limits. You can talk all you want about being tough, but until you've been in the fire, until you faced adversity and had to decide whether you're going to quit or keep going, you have no idea how mentally tough you really are. You can't just read about it in a book. You can't watch a motivational video and expect to build real toughness. You've got to put yourself in the fire. You've got to go through the pain. That's when you find out what you're really made of. I've had some of the hardest experiences anyone can imagine. I've gone through things that most people would never dream of enduring. But here's the thing about pain. It doesn't last forever. It might feel like it's never going to end, but it will. And once you get through it, once you push past the pain, that's when you experience growth. That's when you become stronger. The more you push through the discomfort, the more you expand your mental limits. Your mind begins to recognize that there is no too much. Your mind begins to understand that you can go further than you ever thought possible. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It's hard. It's going to hurt. It's going to feel like you're being broken down piece by piece. And that's okay, because the breakdown is part of the breakthrough. The hardest moments, the darkest times are when you're actually growing. It's when you're building mental toughness. When everything seems impossible, when you feel like you can't go another step, that's when you have to dig deep. That's when you have to remind yourself that it's not over. You keep going, one step at a time. You keep fighting, and you make it through to the other side stronger than you were before. But here's the thing. You can't just wait for life to throw challenges at you. You got to seek out discomfort. You got to look for opportunities to push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. You want to be mentally tough? You want to be unbreakable? Then put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Go to the gym when you don't feel like it. Wake up early when you'd rather sleep in. Take on the tasks that scare you. Do the things that make you feel uneasy. That's where real growth happens. You can't wait for things to get easier. You gotta make them harder. That's how you train your mind to be tough. I used to dread the hard workouts. I used to dread running those long, painful miles. But then I realized something. It wasn't about the workout itself. It was about what that workout represented. It was about proving to myself that I could do it even when I didn't want to. It was about showing myself that I could keep going no matter how hard it got. And once I realized that, I started looking forward to the pain. I started looking for those moments when everything felt impossible, because that's when I knew I was getting stronger. That's when I knew I was building mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't just about how you respond to pain. It's about how you respond to life. Life is going to throw curveballs at you. It's going to hit you with challenges, setbacks, and roadblocks. But you have to decide how you're going to respond to those things. Are you going to let them break you? Are you going to let them stop you from achieving your goals? Or are you going to embrace the struggle and use it to fuel your fire? If you want to get mentally tougher, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to stop running from the pain and start running toward it. You got to put yourself in situations that challenge you. The more you do this, the stronger your mind will become. You'll start to see that what you once thought was impossible is now within your reach. And that's when you know you're on the right track. That's when you know you're building something that's going to last.